This is how to wire forward and reverse on a three-phase motor. The full diagram on screen right now, with both contactors, the cross phases, and the interlock that keeps them safe. By the end of this video, you will be able to draw this exact circuit and explain why it can never short itself out. Here is the whole idea in one sentence, and it is the sentence that unlocks everything. A three-phase motor reverses direction when you swap any two of its three phases. That is it. So to build a forward-reverse starter, we use two contactors, one for forward, one for reverse. And the reverse one simply feeds the motor with two of its phases crossed over. Let us name the players. On the left, contactor KM1, that is forward. On the right, contactor KM2, that is reverse. Both of them switch the same three supply lines, L1, L2, and L3, through to the same motor. Close KM1, and the three phases go straight through in their normal order, L1, L2, L3, and the motor spins forward. Close KM2 instead, and it feeds the motor with two phases swapped. Here we cross L1 and L3. Same motor, same supply, but now the phase sequence arriving at the windings is reversed, so the motor spins the other way. Two contactors, one cross pair of wires. That is the entire power circuit. But it hides a danger, and that danger is the heart of this whole video. Look what happens if both contactors ever close at the same time. KM1 ties L1, L2, L3 straight through. KM2 ties L1 and L3 crossed. Trace it. The top line L1 is now wired through the two contactors directly to the bottom line L3. That is a dead short, a phase-to-phase fault straight across your supply. A bang, a flash, blown fuses, welded contacts, maybe a destroyed panel. Forward and reverse must never be energized together, not for a fraction of a second. Everything else we add to this circuit exists to guarantee exactly that. The safety rule has a name, interlock. An interlock is any mechanism that makes it physically impossible for KM1 and KM2 to be on at the same moment. If one is in, the other is locked out. And on a proper reversing starter, you do not use one interlock. You use two in layers. An electrical interlock wired into the control circuit, and a mechanical interlock built into the contactors themselves. Belt and braces. Let us build the electrical one first because it lives right in the ladder we are drawing. Here is the electrical interlock, and it is beautifully simple. Each contactor carries a spare, normally closed auxiliary contact. We wire the forward coil, KM1, so its power runs through the normally closed contact of the reverse contactor, KM2. And we wire the reverse coil, KM2, so its power runs through the normally closed contact of forward, KM1. Now watch. Energize forward. KM1 pulls in, and its normally closed contact, sitting in the reverse rung, snaps open. The reverse coil is now dead. You can mash the reverse button all you like. It cannot pull in while forward is running. Each contactor, once it is on, holds the other one locked out with its own contact. They can never both be in. Now, let us build the full control circuit around that interlock. Off the left rail, first a shared stop button, normally closed, and the overload contact also normally closed in series. Everything downstream depends on those two. Then the circuit splits into two rungs. The forward rung, a normally open start forward push button, then the reverse contactor's normally closed interlock contact, then the forward coil KM1. The reverse rung, in parallel, a start reverse push button, then the forward contactor's normally closed interlock contact, then the reverse coil KM2. Two rungs, two buttons, one shared stop, and overload feeding both. Each direction needs to hold itself on after you let go of the button, just like any start-stop circuit. So each rung gets a seal-in. A normally open auxiliary of KM1 goes in parallel with the start forward button, latching forward on. A normally open auxiliary of KM2 goes in parallel with start reverse, latching reverse on. Tap start forward. KM1 pulls in, its seal-in closes, and forward stays latched hands-free, while its interlock contact holds reverse dead. Tap start reverse instead,